It was built as the fight of the decade, an unprecedented commercial success. Let's take a closer look into the moments leading up to the BMF title. And as always, welcome to the fight reel.
I mean, because, hey, if you're the baddest motherfucker, you gonna take that as a win. I mean, you know, it's just like Conor when I fought Conor. Like, you know, it was a win. It was fair game. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't finished. He know that I wasn't finished. You know, so I was ready to rock. And that's my plan. That's my next move. I would love to run it back. That's the only thing I want to do.
And there's a guy fighting this Saturday that I feel like could be a big name if he wins. If the UFC did come to you on Sunday with Nate Diaz, what's your thoughts on that?
In a heartbeat, we're signing. I've been chasing the belt for 16 years, but that's such a fight for me, for the fans, for the sport. And it's two Latin dogs just going at it, man. We haven't seen that in the sport too much. We need to see it, you know. You're just gonna lock up two dogs in a cage and let them go. Let's find out what happens, you know. That's a fight that I would love, you know. If that fight gets offered, we're taking it.
After his win, Diaz took control of the microphone and directed his attention cage-side to Jorge, who was coming off a 5-second knockout finish over Ben Askren.
With this belt, I want to defend it against Jorge Masvidal. Had a good last fight. All respect to the man, but there ain't no gangsters in this game anymore. There ain't nobody who does it right but me and him. So I know my man's a gangster, but he ain't no West Coast gangster. You know what I'm saying?
As I understand it, Dana, you have a little bit of news you want to break on a big card later this year, UFC 244, Madison Square Garden on November 2nd. What can you tell us about it?
It is the fight that the fans wanted to see. Nate Diaz, called out Masvidal after his win over Pettis, and everybody's been talking about it. People have been hitting me up on social media telling me to get this done. I can now announce the fight is done.
Dana White has shed some more light on the decision to create an actual BMF title belt for Nate Diaz. And Jorge, a special championship belt, will be presented to the winner of the main event on November 2nd, signifying they are the baddest in the game.
When you announced Nate versus Jorge, you also said that you're going to be making a BMF belt for them.
Yeah.
Just give us the dynamics of that, because that's not usually something the UFC's done in the past, like sort of making custom titles or belts.
Yeah, it's true. You know, this fight is one of those fights that sort of took on a life of its own, and Nate said in his interview, this is a fight to see who's the baddest in the game, and he's like, that's what this championship is. So, all right, I'm in.
A special championship belt will be presented to the winner of the main event on November 2nd, signifying they are the baddest in the game.
Great, I'm in and I get it. Here's why I don't like the BMF belt. I don't like the BMF belt because there can't be a lineage to it. It's not going to trade hands. I have to come out and say BMF because I can't tell you what BMF stands for. Neither could any other reporter in a live situation. They just couldn't.
And as Chael Sonnen figures out the acronym behind BMF, other fighters raise their own opinions.
In reality, it doesn't really mean anything. There's no title on the line.
There's a BMF title, I believe.
There's a made-up title on the line. I forgot about that. Somebody just told me like 5 minutes ago. There's actually a belt on the line.
The belt will be presented by Dwayne Johnson and will signify a new era for one of the competitors.
And then now this event went on sale today. We've sold over 10,000 tickets. Thank you, New York. We appreciate you.
I smelled some weed earlier. Was that you backstage smoking?
Man, I smelled it as soon as I came out here. It's you guys.
The The pair face off for the first time in New York City in front of a glamorous view.
It's even clearer because there was an announcement made yesterday. That Nate Diaz had an issue with a drug test.
Nate Diaz has been cleared of any wrongdoing by United States Anti-Doping Agency in connection with a recent failed drug test for trace amounts of a performance-enhancing drug, per a recent announcement by UFC. Jorge won on a medical stoppage after the cage-side doctor ruled that Diaz could not continue for the fourth round. Because of the cut he received around his eye, Diaz claimed he was about to pick it up in the fourth and fifth rounds, and that he sensed Jorge was gassing out and thinking about quitting. Straight after the bout, Jorge revealed that the two men had already agreed to a rematch so that the fans could get a decisive winner. Neither man was pleased.
I heard a lot of comments. I read a lot of media stuff, people talking about the later the fight goes, or if the fight hits the ground, or in certain situations, I'd be outworked and outclassed. Not happening. I want somebody to pull up a fight that I faded in the fourth or fifth round. That's not going to happen. What happened in the third was just going to keep happening in the fourth and in the fifth. I haven't eaten either, so. All right.
Hey, Jorge Masvidal, I'm coming for you. That's my plan from here on out. It's good talking to everybody. I'm going to get going. Thank you very much.